I know some of the parents have been asking me about it, and I would like to suggest some of the techniques from ABA principles that we can use for your children.
And don't you stop the music, get into it, won't you dance with me? Find a place and lose it, you can do it, won't you dance?
Hello guys! Welcome back to ZM2J's channel. This is Jocelyn P. Mangibin, a board certified behavior analyst and an international behavior analyst. If you're new to this channel, we are tackling about applied behavior analysis. It is a science in which we are manipulating the environment so that we can see what are the variables that affect your child's behavior. We are also finding what are the functional relations between the behavior and the environment. So let's just jump off to our topic for today. I would like to share about restrictive and repetitive behaviors. What are restrictive and repetitive behaviors? Those are the behaviors that are limited in their range of focus, interest, or activity, and include strong attachment to objects. Have you noticed your child hand flapping, jumping, tiptoeing, or even lining up toys? Or sometimes they cannot tolerate any changes in their environment. This is what we call restrictive and repetitive behaviors. I know some of the parents have been asking me about it, and I would like to suggest some of the techniques from ABA principles that we can use for your children. Now, before we go to the techniques, I would like to share with you what are the two classifications of these repetitive and restrictive behaviors. The first classification is lower order. The lower orders are just some kind of lining up toys, hand flapping, more on connected to the motor stereotypes. The other classification is sameness of actions, okay, or resistance to change. So what are the techniques that we can do for the kids that are having this kind of behaviors? First of all, let's go to the lower order. Hand flapping, jumping all around, or we go to lining up toys and so on and so forth. Okay, so lower order. Okay, so some of the techniques that we are doing, we are being proactive using our visual sketch. First and then, or to do all done, is very important for us to at least manipulate the environment for the child to know what is the next schedule. In the beginning, it might be so hard for you to move to more schedules. At least you go first and then. First we'll do this and then you can play with your cars. In some point, we can prompt the child to play appropriately with the toys. Okay, so what are the functional play of that toys or those toys? You need to prompt your child and then reinforce with the favorite food or favorite item. And I guess that is for the lining up of toys. We can be proactive by using the visual schedules. That's why we need to prepare also for our activities for the children, because sometimes there are kids that needs to be prompted to play appropriately with the toys or give some attention so that you can manipulate the environment according to how you want them to learn. So put some things that your child really can be engaging with the activities that you are giving them. What about the lower order, which what we call motor stereotypy? So it again depends on the functions of the behavior. If the function of the behavior is attention, then do not give attention when your child is doing the hand flapping or the motor stereotypy. Okay, then if your child stops, that's the time you give the attention. That's nice, quiet hands. Or that's the time you have to redirect your child with something else. So it's very important to know the functions of the behavior. If your child is doing that in any condition, so that means that is automatic function. So it's happening in any condition. So what's the best thing to do? Redirect it. You do not need to comment on the behavior and then do something else. Make sure you are prepared to be redirected to something else. For the higher order, These are sometimes having some tantrums when you're changing something in their environment. That you are not allowing them to use the same clothes or the same shoes or the same activities. If you change something, they will have tantrums, they will have screaming, and so on and so forth. So in here, you need to be proactive. Give them options, okay? For the options, it could be like probably 2 options. The other option would be, okay, if you use this shirt, you can have the iPad. That shirt is the other shirt that you want them to use, and not the one that your child wants to use always, okay? So in this part, your child can differentiate, oh, okay, if I use the other shirt, I can have the iPad, but if I will use this shirt again, I will not have iPad. Okay, so in here you will really see how important the reinforcer is. Okay, so if the iPad is the reinforcer, or probably chocolate is the reinforcer, then you can put the chocolate in the shirt or the shoe or any item that you want your child to engage with. Okay, but the item that your child is having the problem behavior, like he wants to use it all the time, you don't put anything. Okay, so there are some times that you can use only one option. All right, you're training your child. This is a separate training, like only one. Okay, one item that you're targeting your child to wear, and then put the reinforcer on it. So you can say, wear this, and then you can have this item. You can have the iPad, or you can have the chocolate. Okay, big magnitude of chocolate. All right, so if your child wears it, then deliver the item. If your child didn't wear it, you can prompt actually your child. You can shape your child to put it on. So the target is for your child to tolerate it. All right. So if your child really didn't, at first, of course, you need to do the shaping procedure. At least you have to find at what point your child can tolerate the presence of that item. So again, you can use one option, or you can use 2 options. Make sure you are clear to your child that if he used the target item, he can have the big magnitude of the reinforcer. All right? If he used the item that he's been using, that he wants to use all the time, then he's not getting anything. Just want to clarify, guys, that bribery is different from reinforcer, okay? Reinforcing. So bribery, the negative behavior is happening and you're saying, stop that, stop crying, I will give you the chocolate. That is the bribery, and we are not doing that in ABA. For ABA, we're doing reinforcement. What we want to do is the positive behavior. Remember the reinforcement? We are reinforcing the positive behavior. We want to increase the behavior that is appropriate, okay? And that's what I'm telling always the parents, that think about it. Is this a positive behavior, or is this an appropriate behavior for me to reinforce or not? If not, then find the function of the behavior. If it's about asking of something, then prompt your child how to request. If it's about denying an access, then redirect your child to something else that is available. And if it is about the attention, then make sure that you're giving the attention in appropriate behavior when your child is engaging with appropriate behavior. And if he's engaging with the not appropriate behavior, then you have to technically ignore it and then redirect to something, and then make sure you provide attention before that happens again. And of course, if it's about escape, let's not let our children escape from our demand. Let's help them do the task together and reinforce your child. So that's it, guys. I hope you learned something about restrictive and repetitive behaviors. Comment down below whatever topics you want to learn about your child's behavior and about applied behavior analysis. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please share this video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel. God bless you all. Bye.